I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight, didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I felt like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. You will find a way. Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in.
Welcome to free live tarot readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Look at all the decks Christina accidentally left behind that we're going to use tonight. Her fancy Dark Mansion Tarot. We got the Young Witch Tarot and the Forest Creatures Mini. I mean, we are packed tonight. We got a lot of good, awesome tarot decks we're going to be using tonight. Welcome to the stream. I am starting early because, I'm sort of in a mood to start early. I figured that I want to start early and get some extra readings in, say hello to everybody, hang out with all of you and all that good stuff. So having a good time tonight. Cappy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. DC, welcome. Sheila, welcome. Bartman, Serena. We got Sarah. Andrew is doing the driving thing. Got Crystal, Shannon, Joe's Mystics. Welcome, everybody. It's another great Saturday evening, and I am ready to party. I'm ready to party. Tonight is going to be fantastic. This is going to be a great read. It's going to be one of those nights where we have like epic readings. That's all we have is epic readings. All right, Cappy, question below. Was the Aquarius attracted to me when he saw me today in the store? Any thoughts at all? Uh-oh. So you bumped into somebody at the store and you want to see if this is like an X? Is this an X or anything? I assume you know their sign, so I'm assuming it's an X. Well, let's go ahead and use one of Christina's decks that is on loan over here. Now, I did order the full-size one. So we have a full-size one of these coming in, and I can't wait because, man, it's a pretty deck. So it's going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome. Grace, what is your question? Post it out there. By the way, if you are new, if you have never been here before, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. So let's check this out and see how it's going to go. Shannon, thank you so much for your donation as well. We got all the cool tarot decks tonight. It's one of those nights, right? One of those nights where we're just going to have the best readings. We're going to have the best decks. It is going to be rocking, my friends. It is going to be rocking. All right. So we ran into the Aquarius and the store. It was like that song, Old Lang Syne, right? Was that Jim Croce, Old Lang Syne? I don't remember. Anyway, so it's like that song. You just run into somebody, and you're like, hey, this is somebody you used to know. That's a different song, but yeah. Anyway, were they attracted to me? We do have the Three of Swords. I still have that feeling on the tip of their tongue, that feeling on the tip of their tongue, they're like, ugh. The Three of Swords, maybe a little heartbreak, maybe things aren't as good as we'd like. The Five of Wands as well, they were kind of conflicted, right? So they do still have something sort of swelling up a little bit. They do have some feelings sort of on the tip of their tongue, you know, the kind of main kind of thing there. But the Devil in here and the Two of Cups, I think, yes, we're going to go with a thumbs up on this. A couple of reasons. And I know this is a conflicting reading. This is actually one of the readings I want to put on my Behind the Readings on the Patreon. But you have the Three of Swords, the Heartbreak card. And then you have the Two of Cups, the Coming Together card, right? A little coming together, heartbreak. In between, you have a Five of Wands and a Devil. Very conflicting messages with this. And I think, Cappy, that is where you have. You have a very conflicting feeling set. You have very conflicting messages. You have very conflicting thoughts in this person's head, right? Boo-boo, welcome. What is going on tonight? But it just feels like that. A little bit of the Devil, a little bit of the conflict with that Five of Wands. But I think overall they still are attracted, okay? Because if they weren't attracted, they would not be having conflicting feelings. They would be bottom lining it, right? They'd be saying, hey, this is not something I'm interested in. Let's move on with my life. But that's not how it goes. Definitely not the feeling that you got. So I'm going to say yes. But again, it's not like a pure feeling, let's chase this person and see that thing. It's more of I'm not really sure what to do. I could not. So definitely on the edge, on the fence. There you go. On the fence about what to do about these conflicting feelings. Val Mary, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you as well. All right. What do we got going on next? We got Shannon. Shannon wants a little bit of a general feel. Shannon, we are going to use the fancy dark mansion. The super duper dark mansion that Christina accidentally left behind. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I think this was a Freudian slip for Christina. She left it behind because she wanted me to use it tonight. She wanted me to use her special deck tonight for all of you because all of you are special. I mean, come on. That's what I think. That's what I think. It's one of those, subconscious things. If I leave it here, he's going to use it and it's going to be on the stream. So yeah, a little bit of a loner deck here. So we're going to use it maybe tomorrow night too. We don't know. Maybe tomorrow night too, but it sure is pretty. Makes me want to buy a second copy, quite frankly. But yeah, there's so many decks that I need. In fact, I backed 2 more Kickstarters today. And I've ordered over 50 decks so far this year. So by the end of the year, I'll probably have 60 new decks to add to this massive collection over here on the Tarot Tower. By the way, if you haven't seen the Tarot Tower, it is currently not working at all. It is broken again. Cappy, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Let's go to the Tarot Tower and let's do the Tower Cam 1 and Tower Cam 2. And now we have it. I'm going to have to add 60 more decks to this thing, and it's out of room. So we're going to create a second big one over there on the far end. We'll have a second camera installed. You're going to get like a diorama of tarot when you tune in here. That's for sure. Anyway, back to the Generalis. See what we got going on. Strength and the Star. Ooh, that's an interesting combo. That is an interesting, I really like this combo indeed. Strength kind of puts that you're in the situation where you do need the stability. You need more stability now than before. You need more things sort of in a control of more things now than before. It feels like that, that combination there. Beth, welcome to the stream. What's going on? But that strength is so interesting here as far as a general read. When you have a lot of majors on a general read, we have half and half, right? You're looking at, this is something that is leading to a bigger development. This is something that's sort of blossoming into something that's going to be bigger and larger than, sort of accompanied with And the Knight of Swords says it's coming sooner than later. So you do have that feeling of, yeah, here it comes. It's approaching sooner than later. You do have some things that are dragging behind, but it definitely not something that's going to drag you far behind. But it's definitely some things that are stalling it, things that aren't moving as quickly as you would like. I think the Knight of Swords is going to solve that, resolve that. It's going to get moving. It's going to get sort of launching forward and moving forward into that next big thing. Okay. Shannon, I think that you have a particular person that you're drawn to. Okay, the star next to the Three of Wands. It's almost like this person is pulling you somewhere else. This person needs you to be somewhere else. DC, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. The person needs you to be somewhere else. The person is pulling you. The person is sort of manifesting something, and you need to be involved with it. It is definitely a movement action. You have a movement action, okay? This is unplanned movement. You've read my book, you know, unplanned movement. The star, however, says that you're going in a particular direction with this movement. It's unplanned, but it's guided. It's guided. You know where you're going. And the Three of Wands says that once you reach a certain point in this journey, Shannon, you need to stop. You need to reevaluate the direction, and you need to figure out what is the final destination, because you clearly don't see the final destination right now. This is something that's completely missing, is the final destination. Three of Wands says we're still scanning, we're still searching. We are being drawn in a particular direction. That's fine. That's fine. But the final destination on Google Maps or whatever, you need to figure out where that is. And that's going to be critical after sort of the big event occurs, or after sort of things sort of calming down. That's going to be very critical, and I think that's going to be something you're looking forward to. All right, Val Mary, I have a taboo question. A taboo question. Is there anything taboo? Is there anything taboo on this channel? Boo-boo, back me up. Sunflower, back me up here. Is there anything taboo on this channel? We have read people losing their spleen. We have, I've read for somebody that was supposed to die in 6 months and they wanted a reading about their death. I've read, we have somebody seducing a Buddhist monk. They're seducing a Buddhist monk. I don't think there's anything like just out of control on this channel that we've never really done before. I mean, if you have something so far out there that it actually exceeds my expectations, then, I mean, go for it. But taboo, I don't think it exists. In this channel, I mean, maybe other channel, but this channel, I don't think it exists at all. All right. No, yeah, there's no taboo at all. Linda, welcome to the stream. It is good to see you. Okay. Is Stefano serious about being my sugar daddy? How will things ending up between us? A sugar daddy. That's, I mean, if you can get that fat cash, okay, entertainment purposes only, but if you can get that fat cash, then, I'm just saying, Young Witch Tarot, probably inappropriate for this reading. That's probably not the best deck to have for this reading. I'm going to say now, let's not do that one, that particular deck. What's a boo-boo? Back me up here. What's a sugar daddy deck? What's a sugar daddy? What is a sugar daddy deck? I'm going to say, oh man, you know, if any deck author, say this might hurt tarot. No, this might hurt tarot. Oh, what do you think? Boo-boo, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? The Mons Tarot. I think a sex deck. I don't know. It's kind of early for a sex deck. We did, by the way, Christina, the awesome, wonderful, beautiful Christina, also loaned us the Erotic Fantasy Tarot. So I got Boo Boo's sex deck and I got Christina's sex deck. So we have quite a bit of sex happening over here. All right, let's see. Anyway, I'm going with the Mons Tarot. This is probably kind of weird choice, but I mean, that's where we're going tonight. I mean, you knew me. I'm weird. That is, you know. All right. Are they serious about being my sugar daddy? I mean, if the cash is coming in, then I assume it'd be at least moderately serious, right? At least moderately serious. By the way, I mean, entertainment purposes. Okay, we did start early, so this is going to be a goofing off stream. This is going to be one of those streams where I just goof off most of the time. Okay, if you have a sugar daddy, all right, and you give them what, and all they have is this much money, then you don't want to be their sugar mama. I mean, you don't want to be their sugar mama if they're rolling around with this much cash. This is not something, right? But if you snap your fingers and they have this much cash, then I think it's a little more, I think it's going to be better. Crystal, thank you for your donation, because now you have enough for you have enough for a position, this position, that position. I mean, I don't know. The jokes are rolling tonight. Okay. I don't know. Is there a sugar daddy card? You do have the Sun and the Lovers, the World, and the High Priestess. Number one, we have all majors. So if you're looking for a sugar daddy reading, okay, maybe this is in my next book. I don't know. If you're looking for a sugar daddy reading, having all majors works, right? So we have a little more of a thumbs up feel here. It is, because they're going to say,
I love you.
And that's what you kind of need, right? All majors, pull thumbs up. The World, it is going to end up with a happy ending. A happy ending indeed.
Hooray!
So the happy ending is here. I say ending because the World is the last major card. It's the last card in the majors. It means we're having a good ending, a happy ending in this case. So the World says yes. The Lovers, absolutely. The Sun just shines a beautiful light over everything. And it just says, yeah, this looks fantastic. And the High Priestess, right? It's about learning. It's about the exchange. It's about getting that in. Ray, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is great. This is great. A Val, I have to say it's going to be just fine. It is going to be just fine. Just keep giving the sugar and keep getting the money. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, by the way, entertainment purposes only, never be a sugar daddy based upon a fat man reading tarot cards on the internet. Okay, weekday general. And thank you. I just got home and opened my waterfall tarot. That is awesome. That is awesome. A little general. We're gonna avoid Boo Boo having a Thoth deck because we want Boo Boo to have a good week, right? We don't want her to have a Thoth kind of week. So yeah. Sel, welcome to the stream. What is going on? We already got sugar daddy questions. There's nothing taboo on this channel. Sunflower already backed me up on this. I mean, it is just factual at this point. It is literally factual. Okay. Cotton candy creatures. Well, that'd be interesting. That would be. I'm just saying, I want to get my tasty tarot. But okay, listen up. Today we're doing early, so we're goofing off a little today. The tasty tarot is half done. Okay, I have like 30-ish cards. So I'm thinking to myself, I want to go ahead and print the Tasty Tarot, a little prototype deck, right? A little deck. I can play with it. I can look at it. And as I continue the Tasty Tarot project, I can have the cards printed and ready to go. So I can have it on the next Kickstarter or whatever like that. So those are coming. We're going to look at those on stream, and we are going to have a little fun with the Tasty Tarot stuff. All right. It's not done yet. It's only half done, but I printed a little prototype deck, and mainly I wanted to get Dr. Mystical, the Dr. Mystical card, which is the Chariot. All right. Weekday general, got the Waterfall Tarot. 5 of Swords. It says Monday is another manic Monday. It is. Love Apples, welcome. What is going on? Naya, welcome as well. Yeah, Love Apples, I started early. I got a wild hair today, I want to start early. I want to hang out. I want to show some magic tricks. I want to have some freaking fun tonight. It's Saturday night, and it is so freaking casual tonight. I'm telling you now. All right. 5 of Swords. It is just another manic Monday. Something comes up. that you thought was not really going to come back up, but it just arrived anyway. And Eight of Wands says that it's going to be a very busy Monday, Tuesday for you. It feels like a lot of things are moving around. There's a lot of that fire action that we got over here with the Wands at Eight of Wands. And then we got sort of this cooling down, this emotional thing. It's almost like a communication needs to happen. A communication just suddenly, spontaneously is sort of required about midweek. I would say like Thursday, you know, and that Nine of Swords says, oh yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I think that you're worrying. I think you're stuck in a worry cycle right now, boo-boo. You need to stop worrying and just do more action. Stop worrying and focus on what's going to be important, where you need to be, what is going to be there, right? Nakona, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Boo-boo. Next weekend, you need to be very sort of stern and tough. You're going to get into a situation where you need to be stern and tough. You need to have that command. You need to have that action. You need to have that determination next weekend. It's going to be big. It's going to be big next weekend. If you focus on it strong enough, you focus on it the way that you need to focus, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But definitely something to watch out for, something to take seriously. And that's what to do. That's what to do. Next weekend, a little manic Monday. Next weekend, you have to be stern. You have to take command. A little bit of a combo, a little bit of an action Monday, Tuesday. Sort of rolling around Thursday, Friday are kind of freebie days. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff sort of happening there. Not a lot of criticality sort of wandering around and all this other stuff. Is the Aquarius going to ask me out? Is the Aquarius going to ask me out? You may have to whoop some ass. I mean, I'm not eliminating ass whooping next weekend. You may indeed need to whoop some ass. But I mean, I think always, you know, always be ready. Always be ready with a can of ass whooping in the reserve. Because in my back pocket is a can of ass whoop. Sometimes I need to take that out. Sometimes it just stays in my back pocket all calm and everything. But I mean, boo-boo, you need to have a can of ass whooping in your purse ready to go. All right. Is the Aquarius going to ask me out? Tessa, welcome to the stream. What is going on? It's good to see everybody tonight. Man, it is rocking tonight. It is just freaking rocking tonight. Is the Aquarius going to text me or ask me out? We got sort of a little bit of a throwdown here, I would say.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
I mean, I'm going to go with texting up here and then asking you out over here, right? Which one wins? Asking you out looks really good. It looks really good. The biggest problem with texting is the person's poor at it. It feels like that they're just poor at it. It feels like they don't have a lot of incentive. If they're a Virgo, well, that explains. Okay, here's the problem. Virgos take everything way too seriously. You're going to text the Virgo something. They're going to take it the wrong way. It just happens. I am a Virgo, so I know. Christina and I have had some really weird texting when we first got together. So texting is bad. Talking is better. With the Virgo, talking is better, texting is bad, because the Virgo will take one little text and they will expand it into this whole nother reality that doesn't actually exist. And you don't want that. You don't want that at all. And you see that with the Three of Swords, a little bit being upset. That Page of Swords not being good at the communication. The Page is not an expert. We know the Page just ain't an expert. The Page may not know what they're doing. The Page may be just walking around doing absolutely nothing useful at all. You got to watch the Page, especially if it ends with a Three of Swords. They take something wrong, they increase it. Aquarius. Okay, well, they're going to increase it. They're going to have a lot of problems. Overall, Aquarius, Virgo, that's fine. They're still going to take it the wrong way. It's much better if they ask you out. Look at this. If they ask you out, you have the giving card, the Six of Cups, the connection card, the Six of Cups, and then graduating into the Lovers. They start out a little weak. They start out a little calm, they start out a little bit like that. And then all of a sudden it goes great. It goes great. You have the Lovers, somebody's bent over somewhere, it's great. It is fantastic. All right. The Virgo is referring to you. Okay. Aquarius probably has the same problem. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just reading the cards. The cards say, the throwdown says that Asking you out is a solution. I hate texting. I really hate text. Okay, now let me clear this up. I enjoy texting if it's nothing serious. The minute you get serious, the minute there's real shit on the line, the minute there's real emotions on the line, get off the text. Get way, way far away from the text, because the minute it heats up, that text will turn into all this world that doesn't exist. It just happens. It just happens. People take something the wrong way. You know, he didn't text quick enough. She didn't text me fast enough. She put ... after a statement. This stuff doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. It's fine when you're casual, but when it gets heated up and serious, you need to talk. Tarot and such, welcome to the stream. What is going on? It is good to see you. My friend H and I go into business together. Will it be successful? Is this something that can work if we go into business together? I want to find out myself. We're going to use the Dark Mansion over here. We just used the Dark Mansion. Let's not use it then. I don't mind at all. I don't mind a little golden art nouveau, especially when we're talking about money. You know what I mean? JJ, welcome to the stream, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. JJ, how you doing tonight? Is he watching me? He could be. He could be watching you. Let's find out. You enjoy sexting? No, I'd rather do the real thing. I'd rather do the real thing. I don't enjoy sexting that much. I'm not into that. I'd rather go, you know, if it's going to be a hot potato, I'd rather feel the hot potato. I mean, I'm just, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. We're going to go into business together, or we're going to make the fat cash. We need the fat cash. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm just saying now, look at this card and look at this card. We got to win. This is a pure win. Jesus, this is a big win. This is a big win. I would say H and U go together like peanut butter and jelly. You have that Ace of Pentacles, starting something, new beginnings, getting exciting, getting it out there, putting it out there and hoping for the best. Into the 10, the manifestation of everything that you need. Every single thing that you need seems to come to pass, and it's regular, it's scheduled, it's something that is persistent, it's something that goes around, comes around, and you are extremely happy with it. This is big. DC, this is huge. This is huge. I mean, this is something where this is not just a small thumbs up. This is a big thumbs up. That is a big thumbs up. I don't have a bigger thumb. All I have is a little thumb. Mine's a little bigger. Mine's a little bigger. I would say about 30%, 20% bigger, about 20% bigger. I need to aim it the right direction and go like that. But I'm just saying, this is big. You got to do it. You have to do it. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never going to business with somebody based upon a fat man reading tarot cards on the internet. Okay. That Wheel of Fortune just sort of seals the deal. It's like, man, that is, it's like you get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and somebody comes along with some Nutella and they just slathered the Nutella on the sandwich for you. You know what I mean? And then toast the bread or something. It's one of those. It is one of those. Tessa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Joe's Mystics has a question. Joe's Mystics wants to know, we needed a D question, first off.
Everybody loves the D.
We needed a D question. Will D put more effort and attention in the relationship soon, or should I ditch him? Should I ditch him? By the way, a loaner deck from Christina, the Young Witch Tarot. The Young Witch Tarot. I hope this is shuffled. This is a loaner deck. I think this looks shuffled. Let's shuffle it a little more. This is a really thin deck. Holy moly, this is a thin. That's a thin deck. That is a mighty, I mean, look how much pressure I'm putting on this. Watch. That is a mighty thin deck. Ari, what is going on? Good to see you. All right. Let's find out. Will D put more effort into the D? Or should I just walk away? Because if they're not putting any effort in, I'm putting all the effort in. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got the 3 of Cups, Ace of Swords, Star, and the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my. Oh my. Good news, bad news. Good news, bad news. All right. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Luna wants to know, how does this work? What is that crazy guy on the stream doing? Luna, there is no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. So if you got a question, post it. Post it right now. Post it immediately. And I might look at it. And if I like your question, I might read it. I just might. But if you donate, I guarantee that I'll read it. And by the way, here's the queue. We got Joe's Mystics. It's pretty thin queue tonight. We're rocking it out. We started early. If they don't put more effort into it, okay, entertainment purposes only, because we're going to go out on a limb here. We're going to go far out on a limb here. Joe's Mystics. Does D have a relationship with anybody else? Is D, yeah. Boo Boo, can you take care of that ban? Can you take care of that ban for me, please? Will D put more effort in it? Are they talking to anybody else? It feels like this person may be discussing, maybe talking to other people. We got the Three of Cups, which is a traditional third party, communicating with a third party, having a little bit of a communication, sort of getting some communication going. The Star, a little bit difficult with the, thank you, Boo Boo, a little bit difficult with the connection. Sometimes it feels like. And the Eight of Pentacles, I'm willing to work at one of these. I'm willing to work at something, but I'm not really sure how much work I want to put in it. Basically, I think there's more going on here than you realize, Joe's Mystics, you know. There's some things happening here that are interesting, that may not be the best for you. So yeah, definitely reevaluate everything, find out the entire situation, and then make your decision. But normally, if this was the only card, this Eight of Pentacles, it'd be great. Sure, I'm working on it. Maybe with the Star, we're connected. But you have this third-party situation kind of sneaking in, especially because it's the first card. So you got a little mix here. You got a little mix going on. It just seems like it's more complex. What's that Facebook? The Facebook status, right? In a relationship, but it's complicated. Yeah, it looks like one of those. Looks like one of those indeed. Anyway, crystals and paint. How will flower painting go this year at work? Okay. We're doing some flower planting. We want to know how it is going. By the way, if you like that, that is the Young Witch. Christina loaned it to us. Well, she didn't loan it to us. She forgot to take it. So that's technically she loaned it to me. I mean, at that point, you know what I mean? I called dibs. So yeah. Oh, what do we want? I wouldn't mind a white fly. I wouldn't mind a white fly tarot and find out what is that going to say. We got some flowers that need to be planted. How is that going to go? Are they going to survive? Are they going to survive and have a prosperous time? We need to know. Joe's Mystics, thank you, Owen. Thank you for your donation. Follow-up question for my other reading. By the way, entertainment purposes only, Joe. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay. Let's go with this. Oh, we got flower planting. Ooh, I like flower planting. I like painting flowers more than I like planting them. I'm going to have to say now, I like painting flowers much more than I like planting them. But Crystal, you seem to be in one of everything. Crystal's got the painting. Crystal's got the green thumb. Crystal's rocks. Crystal knows what's up. Crystal has it going on. Six of Wands is the success card. You got the Devil, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. I don't think you're going to be able to do the planting on everything. I don't think you're going to be able to sort of move forward in some of the aspects that you want to. I do think you have a little limited thing that you can do. It's almost like somebody is stopping you, or somebody wants to micromanage it, or somebody's not a fan of it. The Devil says, maybe somebody is in your way. And I say that because you have a restrictions card right next to it, right? A restrictions card literally right next to it is a restrictions card. So you got to kind of watch out with that. You got to kind of make sure that this is something you can do, approved, whatnot. But overall, the Knight of Pentacles says you can plant some stuff. Why? The Knight of Pentacles is a person who planted a field of wheat. Okay. and they're looking across it in the thought. They're looking across with great pride about all of the things that they did, all of the planting that they have done, and they really enjoyed it. So restrictions on what I can do, or sort of restrictions on where I can go with this, I do plan. I am proud of it. Six of Wands, it is successful. So mixed messages here. It's almost like we can't reach out and get everything. We can't get everything that we want out of this. We can get quite a bit. So you're not sort of completely halted, but maybe Mother Nature kicks in and says, I don't want this, or I don't want that, or anything like that. Ray wants to know, what do I need to know? Ray, let's figure out what you need to know. I think this is going to be a good one because we're using the Northern Animal Tarot tonight. This is one of those decks, I'm telling you now, everybody's got to calm down. This is one of those decks that gets everybody worked up. It is beautiful, but it is mighty thin. The Northern Animal Tarot. They did such a fantastic job. I really wish they would really have dotted the I's and crossed the T's with the card thickness. You know what I mean? Anyway. Just me, though. What do I need to know? Ray. First off, it's burdensome. King of Pentacles, holding on to it and not getting what you want. You're in a situation that is a complete waste of your freaking time. You have a situation that's a complete waste of your time. I wouldn't say get out of it. This is going to be a weird one. Ray, hang on. You're in a situation that is a complete waste of your time, but I wouldn't back out of it. I would not back out of it. We're holding on to something within this. It's almost like we understand it's a waste of time, but at the end, there's something valuable. At the end, there's something that I want, or there's something, I don't think it's carrot on a stick because it does look like a waste of time. You have this encumbrance card, and it just says I'm carrying a load. I'm carrying things. And it gets tiresome and it gets bothersome. It's not something that I kind of want to do long term. It's not something that I want to continue on long term. Wild Child, welcome. Sam, what's going on? Welcome back. But carrying the load is moving into the void. It's moving into a place that has no cards. In other words, it feels like a waste of time. And you see that with sort of the King of Pentacles into this greed card, hanging on to what we have. It means keep on and keep doing it. The King of Pentacles is the retired banker. The retired banker says, maybe this is something that I want to continue on because there is something valuable at the end. And we say that because you have two pentacles right next to each other. One of sort of earning something valuable or having something valuable, and two of sort of keeping what we have without letting it go, right? Without letting it go. And again, this is not something that we want. It's not something that we sort of need in a lot of respects, but getting to the end is great. Getting to the end has a purpose. And that's kind of where you want to be, right? You don't want to be in a purposefulness thing to where you are chasing just stuff that you don't want to deal with. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of value in sort of where you're going. Is he watching me? JJ wants to know, are they watching me? We need that Michael Jackson song. Somebody's watching me. I think we could get that. We could get that indeed. We're using this tarot deck here. I've no. Oh, this is the. Oh man, we haven't used this in forever. Or the White Newman. White Newman isn't half bad at all. Are they watching me? Yeah, I want to use the Poe. Boo boo. Should we use the Poe? Should we use the Poe for this? I'm just saying now. Somebody watching us, somebody staring in, somebody, the Poe seems to be my de facto out there deck, where I kind of really want to go out there. By the way, we have like 55 people watching. This is my tarot tower. It holds 80 decks of cards. All I have to do is reach in and grab a deck, and I am ready to read. I'm ready to read. You can build one of these for only $20. And it holds 80 decks of cards. Okay? Why do you need a tarot tower, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Taking them out of the box, your box ends up looking like this. If you just continually taking it out of the box, you're ruining your box. You put the box, you throw the box here, you put the box over there. It's a lot of wear and tear. But just having it on display, and now they're immaculate. And I give you an example. This deck here, I've used this every night for a year and a half, and it still looks immaculate. Look, there's no damage on the sides. The cards are still immaculate. The backs are immaculate. Everything is great. And the box, I haven't touched in a year. It is pristine condition, pristine condition. Christina joined. What is going on? Good to see you. I appreciate that, hanging out with it. By the way, Christina, you know, you left this one. I had to read with them. I'm calling dibs on these for tonight, and then I will return them tomorrow. But tonight, we're going all out tonight. We're going all out tonight. We're reading with everything, right? Everything. But the Poe is going to be my de facto deck for this one. The Poe knows. JJ's been around long enough. JJ knows the Poe knows. The Poe knows. Oh, man, should I do the money trick again? We got like 55 people watching. I don't know. They probably already seen it. I mean, if you haven't seen the money trick, go to the front of the stream and check it out. I do magic on stream. I do magic, you know. Used to be a professional magician, and now I'm homeless. Now I'm homeless. So, yeah. Christina allows me to stay over there occasionally instead of being on the street. Yeah. Anyway, is he watching me? The Four of Pentacles is interesting. The King, Six of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. I'm going to go with a thumbs up. I do think they are watching you indeed. I think they're in the bushes outside. Okay, not really. Entertainment purposes only. They're not in the bushes. I think yes. The critical thing here is the Four of Pentacles, right? And the High Priestess. I want to get some learning. I want to get some understanding. I want to hold on. I want to gather things that information that I need. But I want to be secretive about it. Dragon Ink, thank you for joining the family. I appreciate that. The High Priestess, JJ, you know the High Priestess. You read the book. The High Priestess is about secrets. It's about learning. It's about knowledge. JJ, they think you have some information they need. You have something they need, something that they want, information, some things that you're doing that they need to know. They need to know now. They're not going to wait. They need to know immediately. And the High Priestess says they're okay. They're going to be peeking in the window and taking a look and seeing, what are you doing? Watching your social media. They're watching you. They are watching you indeed. And that King of Pentacles as well, they need to have the information because it gives them power. They can talk about it to other people. They can share this with other people. This is something that I'm going to go with a thumbs up. By the way, entertainment purposes only, you know, I'm just saying. I think that, you know, that's a good read. That's a good read. The Poe knows. The Poe understands. I think the Poe comes from a perspective that has the information that everybody needs. You know what I mean? Am I going to have a baby? Tessa. By the way, if you ordered my book, it is going to be here the first week of June. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It's going to be your first week of June. You can pre-order it in Etsy. Link in the description to my Etsy store. Go over there and check out the book, because we have a dedicated chapter on these readings. So like, what card do you want to see? What cards make a yes or no? What cards indicate what's happening? What cards will indicate a time frame for pregnancies? It's all covered. It's all covered indeed. All right, Tessa, let's get you a good deck for babies. A good deck for babies is going to be, okay, I'll be honest with all y'all now. This one and the Mons Tarot are going to be my two go-tos. But I don't want to use it. My intuition is saying to swap. My intuition is saying to make an executive decision right now and to go with the Gregory Scott. Because the Gregory Scott, and I talk about this in my book too, the Gregory Scott has a lot of interesting reinterpretations of things, and pretty damn exciting. I got to say myself, pretty exciting as far as that goes. So let's find out if we're going to have a baby or not. Obviously, see your doctor about having babies. Never rely on a tarot deck to have babies, because tarot deck will not be able to insert. Okay, no, let's not do that. You have the Two of Cups. Ooh, that is interesting. The moment happened. The moment already happened. Okay, we have moments that have happened. We have moments that are going to happen. But the Five of Cups, the disappointment, along with the Nine of Swords and the Hierophant, it feels like no. It feels like a little bit of a thumbs down on that. A little bit of a thumbs down on that. Not saying we don't have a chance. I'm not suggesting you're never going to meet anybody. I'm not suggesting we can't do the deed and enjoy, Enjoy indeed.
Hooray!
But having a baby looks challenging. The Five of Cups kind of ruins the moment. Would I have loved to see the Empress? The Empress would have been a celebration moment. I would have gotten up and danced. I literally would have gotten up and danced around the room. The Empress would have been a celebration moment. But we have the Two of Cups. Now, you've read my book. You know the Two of Cups has a potential to be a baby card. You're saying, wait a minute. You said, as far as medical astrology goes, the Two of Cups has a great potential to be there, but it's not supported by anything else. It just doesn't do it. YT, thank you for your PayPal donation. I appreciate that. YT, I appreciate you, Jasmine. Okay, me and Kay end up together. One day we're on, one day we're not. You are going to be next. They don't have a support structure, and I wanted a support structure. I just don't see it. I just don't have it. So I'm going to say no, not now. No, not now. So yeah, kind of a rough read. This is one of the weird situations where you kind of have to go back to basic tarot reading. Even if you have cards that are positive, you have to kind of go back to square one sometimes, sort of reinterpret based upon the entire spread, obviously, rather than just a couple of cards in the spread. Anyway, now Joe's Mystics just had a read, and we had the three. We had ooh, I don't want to use this. I want to use this for the next read, but not this read. For Joe's Mystics to get some elucidation on what is going on with this relationship, I think the modern love is going to fit the bill a little bit better. You know what I mean? A little bit better fit as far as this goes. So we had, if you just tuned in, Joe's Mystics had a read where they were like, am I going to ditch my person or not? And we got a third-party situation card in there. It was kind of supported by some of the other cards. So you're just trying to figure out, like, what's going on? What's going on here? Now, again, entertainment purposes only. It's just tarot cards. You got the Seven of Pentacles, Magician, the Queen, and the Two of Swords. This sort of okay, my last read, I said they're talking to someone. And you see it here. You actually see it here. So I'm going to stick with it. Pearl, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're going to stick with it. We have the end card is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is having two different worlds that may be separated. Two different worlds that may not exist, sort of be beneficial to both parties. And you see that with the Two of Swords. And also we have this, a little bit of the talking with somebody else. Queen of Pentacles, you put a lot of work into this, more than they did. You did put a lot of effort, a lot of work into it. And the Magician, you're able to do what you need to do to keep this going. You're able to sort of keep things going, keep things trucking along and happy. Do you want to? The Seven of Pentacles, we're working on an end result. How much work are you willing to put in? Because it may be too much. Anyway, Joe's Mystic, there is you. So there is you. What kind of speech impediment do I have tonight? There is your elucidation. Is that elucidation about the situation? Anyway, we have YT. YT wants to know, will me and Kay eventually end up together? All right. Well, we end up together because one day we're good, the next day we're not so good at all. Farah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you, Farah. Farah, let me know what your question is. Let me know what your question is. All right. Yeah, we just got the email from Farah too. Let's throw down a little of the White Newman. We just haven't used this enough. We just haven't used this enough. Yeah. Texting, talking, exactly. Sheila knows. Sheila has the point. All right. Sheila, by the way, email me, Sheila. And yeah, email in the description, email address. Well, you already know it. You got a private reading. Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Will they end up together? Is this something that has some possibilities in there? I'm going to say no. Oh man, it's too much. It's too much. There's too much overhead. There's too much dragging things along. The Six of Swords, you're on to brighter future. You're on to bigger things, bigger and brighter things. The problem is the Tower. The structure, the stability is just not there. It's not there. And it needs to exist. If it didn't exist, then, that's going to be something that's going to be kind of a painful. But you need that structure to be there. And that happens. That happens indeed. So overall, I'm just going to say no. I'm going to say no. There's too much happening. There's too much movement. There's too many things going on. King of Pentacles. You have almost like one person a little more confident, a little person a little more dedicated than the other one. The Two of Wands. We're constantly thinking about what's next rather than enjoying the stability. It's problematic. YT, if you want to end up together, you're going to have to tell this person, bottom line, make a decision and figure it out. Because not making a decision isn't working for you. And it is not working for them. We need to make a decision and stick with it, right? Make a decision and stick with it. Because this back and forth is going to be the death of it. The back and forth is going to cause the Tower. It's going to structurally just crater the entire thing. I don't think that works for you. I don't think that works for them either. But the biggest problem, YT, is Kay just can't make a freaking decision. Kay is just waffling back and forth. Kay is just like, I don't know. You just have that feeling of, you know what I mean? How on the fence are you going to stay before things just crumble down? Or things just crumble down, all right? Christina says, don't be selling this deck. Of course I won't. By the way, Sheila, email me. Of course I will not be selling this $150 tarot deck. You know what I'm saying? I will not. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Email me. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. What are we doing next? Samantha, why is C showing up in my dreams at night? Ooh, I love dreams. Love me dreams readings. Because we get to use, my friends, the dreams, the Dream Keeper Tarot. This is a rare one. I only pull it out in private. I mean, Christina can vouch. I only pull it out in private. And the Dream Keeper Tarot has a lot of good information that we need. A ton of good information as far as how that goes. You know what I mean? If you get the creator on the line, they need to come in for an interview. We need to interview the creator. I need to start emailing a lot more people to get them on the show. Yeah, somebody will. I mean, not you, but I'm just saying. On eBay. All right, let's find out. Tonight's shows are really steamy. It is indeed steamy. The creator tipped me off. Okay. Well, if it's back in print, then I'm just saying. All right. Why see showing up in my dreams at night? Let's find out. The Three of Wands is interesting. I think you're looking for them. Like you miss them, or you need them, or somebody needs somebody else. Somebody has a connection with somebody else, right? The Three of Wands. We need something. We need a little bit. We're searching. We're seeking for each other. So we're looking and trying to kind of seeking for each other. And the Queen of Wands as well. This is something that could happen. This is something that has a lot of possibilities. This is something that has some beef to it. You know what I mean? The Queen of Wands says, if you can get this going, if you can sort of understand each other and be able to communicate or something like that, that's going to be very beneficial. But the King of Swords and to the Two of Cups, there's that connection that is there. It is there. And it feels like that, you know, it's going to be there. It's going to be something that can get connected, something that's possible. Because a lot of times we hope for something, but don't really expect it. Or a lot of times we have things that could have some potential, but we don't really want to work on it. Or we have a little bit of negative attitude towards it. And then, you know, at the end of the day, maybe we just need to sort of combine together or come together with that. But yeah, it's about joining together with the forces. It's about seeking each other out. And the king and the queen, it's about sort of coming together, right? So there you go. They're coming into your dreams indeed. All right. Let's see. We got another donation for Farah. Farah wants to know. You just donated on PayPal. Thank you, Farah. Let me know what your question is, and we'll get your question out there. In the meantime, we got an order for a book. Okay. By the way, if you ordered a book today, I have not been home. I've been over at Christina. So if you ordered a book today, then I'll ship it out tomorrow. No, sorry. If you ordered a deck today, I'll ship it out tomorrow. A book won't be here until first week of June. Anyway, Farah, I need your question. As far as thinking about our connection, let's find out about that. As far as thinking about our connection, put the Dream Keeper Tarot up and take out the one that we already shuffled and got prepared, but we didn't use yet. You know what I mean? We did not use yet. We did not use it quite yet. All right, let's see. So are they thinking about it? The Two of Cups was coming out of the clouds in dreams. Yeah, that is interesting. Love Apples has a good point there. Has a good point there. Are they thinking about the connection? The Moon, yes. World, yes. Knight of Cups, yes. And Justice, yes. This is a thumbs up. That is a thumbs up indeed. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of good. Look at how beautiful this card is. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. The Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance. Talking about a connection, talking about thinking about it, talking about hoping about it. The World, a happy ending, things coming together the way that you want them to come together. And then Justice, right? Things balancing out. Because it feels like, Farah, that things may be out of balance. Things may not be sort of in that pivot point where things are happening and all of the good things are there. And the Moon is a psychic connection too. It talks about the intuition and the psyche and getting deep into that. And, you know, just looking good. The beautiful deck for Farah and a beautiful read. This is a beautiful read. That's very, very, very strong. That is a very strong. Sheila, did you trim the large Thoth deck? I'm considering doing that. I did. Now, Sheila, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. So here's what I did. I basically got a pair of scissors and I just cut it. I mean, it's pretty simple to see where it is, and I just carefully cut it. And then I got a corner trimmer off Amazon. I think it was a 20 millimeter or something. It was, you know, and the corner trimmer got a nice corner trim on it. And so you just go click, 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 click with a corner trimmer and you trim it. But yeah, I got scissors and I just was like very careful. I didn't get a machine or anything like that. I got a long pair of scissors. I thought a short little pair of scissors, I don't think works. Get the really long pair of scissors and just so you just go one shot, right? And for this, you just go and then so 2 shots and you get nice and smooth. But again, it's not perfect. I mean, if you look at it like really close, you can see, you know, you got bumps, you got grooves. Marissa, thank you for your donation. So it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And it looks great. It's good enough. I mean, I'm not going for a contest. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. This is the jumbo deck. Samantha, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate you. What do we got next? We got Nicona, what's coming for me in love? The Santa Muerta. Where is the Santa Muerta? Christina moved my Santa Muerta. Now I need to find it. Right here, right here. I found it. I got it. Oh, no, wait a minute. I lied. I think I moved my Santa Muerta. I think I moved it. So, yeah, it's my bad. I moved it. Okay. Let's go with this and find out what's going on. Christina's cooking too. Christina is cooking dinner. I'm excited. I got mashed potatoes. I got some barbecue chicken. And I am getting hungry just thinking about it. After the stream, we're going to go enjoy a hot meal at Christina's. Hang out over there, eat some food. I'm doing some paintings, my friend. I'm doing some paintings. Doing a lot of paintings. I think I did 3 freaking paintings today. So I'm a productive kind of guy. Coyote, welcome. What's going on? Look how pretty this is. Look at this. This deck is great. What's coming in love? Wheel of Fortune said you're going to get what you always get. Not a lot of new things coming with that. You're kind of having a problem getting to the end goal. You kind of have a problem getting to where you need to be in a lot of ways, right? Sunshiny Day, welcome to the stream. What is going on? The Magician says you have manifestation abilities here. It does work. You do have manifestation things that you can do. You have sort of that feel of where you want to be. You have that feel of what you want to do, how you want to get it done. But getting there is rough. Getting there is problematic, Nicona, sometimes. You got the Wheel of Fortune. What comes around goes around. You're going to get what you always got. 10 of Cups reversed, happy family, happy relationship. A lot of these things is just sort of in the feel of maybe I don't get that. The 10 of Cups, right? 10 of Cups, maybe I don't get everything that I need to be. You do have some problems sort of getting it. Your manifestation is there, but 2 things. You sort of not focused. It's sort of you're not focused. And number 2, you don't really know what you want. Because it feels like a lot of times you just can't get to where you need to be because you don't know what you want. Because, I mean, sometimes what you want changes from day to day. Kari, thank you for your donation. I got you on the list. Classic Love Outlook and Read with JC. We got it. We got it coming for you. Thank you again. I greatly appreciate that donation. All right. But you need to focus. You need to write down, here's what I want. You need to focus on that only, right? Focus on that only. Be very, very specific. And then work on your manifestation. The Magician says you can get it. This is possible. The Queen of Pentacles says you are willing to work at it. You're willing to climb the ladder. You're willing to get into the next thing. But the biggest problem is just sort of this wavering back and forth or trying to get something that may not be possible, may not be on there. Anyway, before I forget this, let's pop over to Mimi. Mimi, Classic Love Read with JC. So Mimi has a JC on the line. A JC on the line. And we need to figure out where JC's going. So what are we going to do? I haven't used this in forever. It's been literally a year since we have used this one. It's one of my faves. I'm not going to lie. It's one of my faves. I absolutely adore it, and I need to use it more. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Classic Love Outlook with JC. Like, what is JC? JC's bringing a lot to the table. JC's working, too. JC is working. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I think JC has a lot going on. That's like my first intuition, right? You get that first intuition spike. JC's got a lot going on is the first thing that I got. Immediately in here. We got the Empress. You really like JC. You really like that JC. You really like JC. JC's not half bad at all. I think JC brings a lot to the table. JC seems like they're really kind of dedicated. JC seems like they're kind of rocking it. JC doesn't seem like they're sort of wavering back and forth with a lot of things. They're almost like they're very focused on getting a good result, right? I think the problem is overreach. The problem is overreaching what we need or trying to get a little bit of the stretch goal on the Kickstarter when it maybe is not there or maybe has some problems. It seems like things go downhill eventually. You do have sort of a problem with staying around. And it seems like so focused on you, right? You just get to a situation where you're just not happy. You're just not happy at all. We have a lot of bad cards at the end. But again, the comfort is there, but the reality is not. The reality may be a little bit harsher. The Queen of Swords. There are some arguments. There are some knockdown dragouts that eventually kick in. We have Eight of Swords. We're restricted. It's like JC doesn't want to go along on the whole ride. JC wants to get off the roller coaster about halfway through. And we have the Three of Swords, a breakup or disappointment. Things not going the way that we want to go. Can this be avoided? Absolutely. It's just a reading. It's just a tarot reading. The biggest problem here is just you being unhappy at a certain point. You just are not content anymore. The honeymoon period is over and a lot of things sort of crater down. A lot of things are sort of falling down. We have the Eight of Swords is kind of the big one. It's kind of the big shining star here of what to focus on. It's restrictions. It's not being able to get, not being able to reach out, not being able to get what we want. And I think the reason you're unhappy is because you can't get all the things that you want out of it. You can get some. If you want to stick with that, that's fine. You can get some, but can you get everything? Can you get the full package from JC? It just doesn't look like no. It looks like no. So, only a tarot reading, of course, entertainment purposes only, but, I'm sort of throwing down the reality, as far as the cards say. A mighty cute deck with bad messages. Hey, that's not good at all. That is not good at all. But what is good? What is good, my friends, is this over here. You know it. You love it. It's the Wildwood. The Wildwood Tarot. Canton, what are they feeling about me? Pearl Twin wants to know. You need Oak, Ash, and Thorn, and Bumbleberry. So, Samantha, are you going to trim Oak, Ash, and Thorn, or are you not going to trim it? I'm kind of curious. Like all the other people that are buying these decks, I'm kind of curious if they do the trim like me. My biggest problem with Oak, Ash, and Thorn, it's a dark deck with big white borders. And I don't think it worked. I don't think it works like that. It didn't work well for me, so I had to give it a trim. Anyway, how does Cannon feel about me? The Seer, the Hooded Man. You do have a little bit of the Seven of Bows, too. How do they feel about you? They have a limited scope. About how far they're willing to follow in some of these things. The Hooded Man is interesting. The Hermit, into the Magician. You got a couple of majors over here. It almost seems like Canton needs it to be about them. It needs to be about their situation, them, their comfort, where they're going to be, how they're going to do it. It seems to be very focused on them and their manifestation or what they need out of this particular thing, and sort of less about you in a lot of things. If you can sort of do that, if you can sort of roll with that feeling, I think it's going to be a lot better than if you sort of fight it. It almost feels like that sort of just go with the waves and let things happen, with Canton. Trying to force something doesn't work. Trying to sort of figure out what's going to happen next doesn't work, because I think the unpredictability is still going to be there. I don't think there's a lot of ways you can fix it. I think trying to address it properly is going to be difficult. Overall, it just looks kind of weird. Looks kind of weird a little bit in that. But yeah. How do they feel about you indeed? The Wildwood. You trimmed it, but it doesn't feel right. Yeah, it is. It is a deck that does beg to be trimmed. I think that one calls to be trimmed. And I think I'm kind of in a situation that you were in, where I didn't know the cards well enough to trim it, because you need to know the cards very well before you start trimming it. Okay. If you don't, you're going to have a problem. So I didn't know it good enough. And so now I was constantly like looking up what card is this, because they're not intuitive. So yeah, can't wait for the Somnia Tarot. Me either. Me either. Somnia Tarot. That looked really good. All right, we don't read all upside down. Who was Z to me in our past lives? By the way, we're using the Golden Tarot. If you don't know this one, where have you been? Knight of Cups. Romantic, that's for sure. You were in a romantic relationship with this person, that's for sure. There was a connection. Oh, man. Somebody else came in between your connection. I think you ended up in a situation where it just didn't work out because they either left or they cheated on you, something like that. The Knight of Cups, right? We're Mr. Romance. We have a lot of this connection. We have a lot of rocking things happening. But then we're disappointed. The Five of Cups. I think it's because of a cheating. The Ace of Cups, sort of a new opportunity or some place that I can go to and things like that, you know? But yeah, that Ace of Cups, that new opportunity. So you had a connection. I think it was moderately serious for some time. They started to cheat on you. You didn't really like that too much. I think you ended up cheating on them. And then all of a sudden, both of you are looking at each other one day like, why the hell are we doing this? Let's move on. You know, let's move on. It's not going to be something that we want to continue on with. And that doesn't work, right? Boo-boo, thank you for your donation. Please tell Christina that I sent her a message. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't work well in the past. You both cheated on each other, but you did have a good connection. The King of Wands, you don't really have to repeat that. It doesn't have to be something that goes on and on, but you do need to fix the karma. You need to fix the karma between this because there's a lot of heavy-handed karma within this relationship, and it needs to be addressed. I don't think you can just sort of, wing it. Nando, Texas. Welcome, Nando. I'm in Dallas, Texas, by the way. You stumbled upon my channel and you are live. Nando, do you like tarot? Nando, do you like tarot? Because this is a place to be. Nando, I have the only tarot news program on earth. The Tarot News. It goes over all the new decks, what you should buy, what you should pre-order. We do Kickstarters. We do the news. We do it every 2 weeks. I have unboxings. I have 50 decks coming in this year, Nando. 50 decks coming in. It's going to be like a deck a week. Kickstarters you've never seen before. I support a gazillion Kickstarters. Decks that are pre-ordered, that I rush ship, that I have before anybody else. Unboxing, things like that. That's not including my tutorials. I have hundreds of tutorials on the channel. Hundreds. Do you realize that I have 1,100 videos? If you started watching my videos right now, you would not be finished until the end of the year. That's like literally, I have that many videos. Why? Because I've been here 11 years. I've been here 11 years. 11 years. If you like me being here, if you like all of this free content, because it's literally all free, hit the like and sub, please. Hit that like and sub, because I do a lot of work. I mean, look at my videos. I do a lot of work, and it's all free. I don't want you to pay a penny. I don't want you to pay me squat. I want you to enjoy the free content. I want you to get some reads. I want you to just enjoy the channel. Just enjoy the channel. I mean, I'm just saying. That is where I'm saying right there. All right, Marissa. What are Leo's feelings towards me? Then we got Samantha Sunflower Day, and I think we're going to be wrapping up after that. We're going to go ahead and do an ending soon right now. Do a little ending soon. This is going to be rocking tonight. This is going to be rocking tonight. All right, Nando, I've been searching on what I can learn. Thank you. You're quite welcome. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Oh, yeah, Beth. Nando, I made a tarot deck. It's called the Waterfall Tarot. I have a book. I have 2 books. And I have 2 decks of cards. One Waterfall. I got Echoes of Nature's being reprinted. There's a lot going on. This is not a boring channel. Like, it's not one of the channels where you like watch one video and you're like, yeah, is that all? No. You would you're going to be here for a long ass time trying to look through everything. All right. What are Leo's feelings towards me? Let's find out for Marissa. We got the 4 of Pentacles, Strength, 3 of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. Pretty good, but needs to be warmed up a little bit, pretty good. It needs to be warmed up. It's not somebody that's going to go in raw. You know, they're not going to go in without any lube. You got the Three of Pentacles. They need to be warmed up. This is somebody that needs a little bit more interaction, somebody that needs a little more understanding, somebody that needs to be sort of comforted, somebody needs to be reassured before they sort of come out of the shell. You know what I mean? Michelle, thanks for your donation. I appreciate that. And Strength says you need to be patient with the Leo. Again, maybe it's because they move slow. Maybe it's because that Ace of Cups are starting fresh, even though it's not fresh, even though it's something that exists. It feels like they're just starting from the ground up. You're like, why are you doing that? A lot of questions that you need to ask about the Leo, but the Leo thinks that they know what they're doing. I don't think that they're coming from a place where they're just randomly doing things. They are very focused. They're very focused indeed. So understand that they know what they're doing, but you're not going to know because they're a very confusing type of personality. So that is one of those. It is one of those, Marissa. Got to be patient with that Leo. You got to come in easy, you know, approach it like a scared cat, you know, is what I say about those. Like, you know, like one of the, like a stray cat or something that's like wandering around the street. Bountiful Sea Turtle, what is going on? You want a waterfall cloth to go with your deck. Bountiful, email me. Email me, Bountiful. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. In the meantime, we'll work it out with Samantha here. Is she thinking about me or wanting to contact me? Let's find out how that is going. Find out what kind of action we got over here. Now, we're going with this one. This is one of those that is a black and white deck, and usually not the biggest fan. I gotta admit, the black and white, I'm usually not the biggest fan, but this one really captured my heart. It sort of grabbed me by the heartstrings and said, hey, pay attention to me, Mr. Tio. Pay attention, you know, because I have something special, and I think that it was well worth it. It was well worth it indeed. I really, really enjoy this deck. All right. Thinking about me or wanting to contact me. Three of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. But we're going with a thumbs up on it. This is a weird one. This is a really weird one. We're kind of coming in the back door. No pun intended. We're kind of coming in the back door here as for wanting to contact you, reaching out. Samantha's been around long enough. She knows, okay? She knows. Ace of Swords is going to be my go-to. Going to be my go-to. Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, okay? Six of Cups, Lovers. All my go-tos just aren't here. They aren't here. But, Samantha, we have good news. They want to be a little bit sly about it. They want to be a little bit suave about it, a little bit sort of casual about it. The reason I say that you got the Two and the Three of Wands, these are both like looking out cards. You know what I mean? They're looking out. They're looking out. They're scanning. They're searching. And if you want to know if somebody's thinking about you or looking out with you, the Two and the Three of Wands is a cool combo because it says not only are they seeking and searching, but they're doing it double time. You have two seeking and searching cards. I realize the Two of Wands is not exactly seeking. Read my book. Yes, I understand. Five of Wands says they're really hesitant about doing anything. Could they be nervous? Absolutely. Could they be thinking bad things? Absolutely. But I'm just saying, if you want them to contact you, you want to go the next step, I would reach out and sort of, you know, ping them first. Let them know it's okay to come on in. Let them know that it's okay to be contacted. You know, make a joke, sort of approach that. And, you know, obviously casual and all that, but it is all about just sort of chilling out and you know, treating them, getting them in a manner where they can comfortably do it. I think that's going to be the biggest thing here. The Three of Pentacles think it's too much work, or they think it's a little bit too much thing to do at one point. Anyway, Beth hates mosquitoes. Yeah, I was getting eaten alive. I went outside to paint. Okay, I was up. My bright idea today was to go outside and paint my picture. That was a bad move because I got eaten alive by like 10,000 mosquitoes. And yeah, that was bad. Let's go with a Heaven and Earth Tarot from my Tarot Tower. By the way, you can build a Tarot Tower for yourself for only $20. A video in my channel, you can build this for yourself. It saves you so much time. It saves you so much grief. your box doesn't look like it is 50 years old. You know, you don't want all that. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, what's up next week? Let's find out. Oh man, you have a coup. Next week is a coup. Feels like people are coming together for the purpose of overthrowing something or someone. Coming together for that purpose. We have death. People demand change. I demand change. I don't think the situation that we have is working. And we want it different. We are fed up. We are not taking it anymore. We're coming together, discussing this. Finding out what we can do, finding out what the next steps are because it's unacceptable. We're going to pull our resources together. We're going to hold on to what we have. We're going to make plans, and we are going to take some action because what we're seeing is unacceptable. We need to move from the moon. We need to get from the water onto the land. We have our support over here. We have our goal here. It's a matter of overthrowing something. Overthrowing somebody. We have to become a one force like the Super Twins on the old cartoon from the 90s. We got to do it. We need to do it because change is a-coming and we can make change together. That is what we said. There you go. Andrew knows it's a coup. Or is it spelled as it's a co-op. A co-op. It's a coup. We have to overthrow. We have to demand the change. If it's not there, we need to make a change ourselves. And the last reading of the night is Michelle. Will I own my own house this year? Am I going to get it? Michelle, you picked a bad time. Getting a house right now is kind of rough. It's kind of difficult, but we got a great read for you here with this golden wheel. I'm just saying now, a great read with this golden wheel. This is pretty exciting, Right now, houses are about double the cost of what they normally are. So, yeah, and there's no lumber to build any house. There's no foam insulation to build a house. There's a labor shortage to build a house. Yeah, there's a lot of problems. But will you get it this year? Maybe things will clean up a little bit. Maybe we'll have a little more availability this year. Let's find out. Let's find out if you can get it. Justice, the Fool, Ten of Cups, and the Four of Wheels. Okay. I think so, but it costs more than you expect. It's like you are, you're in that mode where you need to search more than you realize. Dinner is not ready. Okay, whatever. You need to search and scan more than you realize, okay? So the Fool says we need to continue on the journey. We need to take the risk. In order to do it. And I say risk because it's almost like a financial risk that you really don't want to dive into, a financial risk that doesn't feel like it rocks as much as you think it did. Justice says getting the balance is going to be important here, Michelle. The balance between how much it costs, location, and things like that. Because of course you can spend $1 million and buy a beautiful house in a beautiful location. You can spend $20 and buy a terrible house in a terrible location. But it's all about, Phenomia, thank you for your joining the family. I appreciate it. But it's about taking a risk with this because it's going to feel like a big risk. Christina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Christina will be the last reading of the night. We are ending soon. Taking that risk is going to feel horrifying because it feels like, but the Ten of Cups says you do get the house. The Ten of Cups is the happy family in the home. In the home, it has a house. In every card, it has a house. And that says we are going to get it. But more expensive than we realize. It's very risky. It feels like, oh, Jesus, this really could go wrong. It really feels like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, basically we're going with a thumbs up. But the coordination, the organization, the effort involved is going to be monumental to get the right one. Because again, Michelle, the balance is key. The location, getting the right house for you, getting it in the perfect neighborhood, getting it in your budget is going to be that balancing act, that juggling act is going to be very, very difficult, especially right now. There's no lumber. There's no insulation. There are no houses. Let me tell you how bad it is. In my neighborhood, any house in my neighborhood right now that goes on sale will sell within 24 hours. Every single house has sold within 24 hours. It's so bad right now that people are demanding cash. They're saying, I don't want anybody buying it if you don't have the cash, because the cash will save me some costs at the end of the day. And it's such a seller's market that they're not accepting financing at all. They're saying, hey, cash option only. You know, if you don't have cash, go away. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. Yeah, where am I based from? I am in Texas. So we're Dallas, Texas area. Tanya, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. How's it find a house or find love soon? All right, Tanya, we got you covered. We got you covered. In the meantime, we're doing Christina. Christina wants to know, will I be able to accomplish our tarot dreams together? 7 of Wands, that's interesting, the Hanged Man, the 9 of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Basically, yes. Basically, yes. We need to accommodate each other in a variety of different ways. I don't think that going my way 100% is going to work. I don't think going your way 100% is going to work. We have to come together and do the Hanged Man, right? The Hanged Man, where we both achieve enlightenment by looking at things a little bit differently, right? Because Christina, Tanya, I got your donation. Thank you again. I greatly appreciate that. Christina was on the stream earlier. And Christina, I let Christina like just do the whole stream. You know, I let Christina the driver's seat, and she rocked the house. She rocked it. She was like reading. She was conversing with Dr. Mystical. She just like took the stream over. And I think that it was very, very powerful moment for her because she realized, hey, I can do this. This is something that is in my ability. Because a lot of times, Christina, like all of us, will have doubts. You know, I'm not really sure if I can do that. Not really sure if I can do that. But getting the different perspective, coming together, meeting in the middle with that, right? That 9 of Wands, it's going to feel like, yeah, that negotiation may not be good for either one of us. You know, I have to give up something. You have to give up something. We have to get in the mode and do that. 7 of Wands, we may be a little bit defensive. Like, hey, I thought my idea was perfect and you just crapped all over it. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you need to crap all over an idea because it may be a bad idea. But the Page of Cups is we're going to be able to join in the middle. We're going to be able to find that nice middle ground, make sure everything works. I think it's going to be beautiful and awesome. I think that we are going to make tarot magic together. You know, tarot magic together. Good job, Christina, as well. Good job, Christina. Christina just rocked the house. She like... See, that was one of the moments, I think, because it's Dr. Mystical. She knows Dr. Mystical well, right? It's one of the moments to where she just immediately removed all doubt and just said, yeah, I'm going to do this. And there was no more doubts. There was no more should I, could I, would I. It was just like rocking it, just doing naturally, just going forth, right? All right, I can't type. So let's find out. All right, Tanya, should I change jobs due to conflict? We need to figure out that's going to be a thing. Change jobs due to conflict. We're going with a Thoth. Tanya, the Thoth has a history of being a harsh deck. It says the truth, in my opinion. It says what it wants to say. And sometimes what it wants to say may not be good. May not be good. But I find, in my personal opinion, that what it says resonates a lot. The biggest thing that we have going on, the biggest movement, the biggest factor we have sort of here, right, is you don't want to, but you want to. You're conflicted pretty heavily. you have a situation where at your current job, things aren't blending the way that they need to be, right? You have temperance, blending fire with water. Fire with water doesn't blend that well, but they're blending it anyway. You're trying to force something. We're trying to make it happen. And there's a lot of factors that aren't going your way. There's a lot of factors that are preventing you from changing jobs. There's a lot of factors that are preventing you from getting where you want to be at your current job. There's a lot of factors holding you back in more than one way. So that's what it says. Ultimately, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Just be careful about where you go. There are some carrot on a stick moments within this realm where you need to be cautious about where you go. You need to be cautious about how you go. You need to be understanding and patient with some of the things that pop up, because I don't think there's this perfect situation. I don't think there's this perfect situation where you're just going to go ta-da, and the sun shines and the clouds part and there's a beautiful bright tomorrow. I don't think that exists. I think it's going to be kick, drag, scream into the next thing because of all the things that are happening around. Can you do it? Yes. Is it very possible to screw it up? Yes. Basically, the answer is yes. Be careful. Yes, plan well. Yes, play chess. Think of all the other moves the other people are going to play. All the other things that are moving around in the situation. Where is the knight going to be? Where is the pawn? Where is that rook moving on the board before you sort of get into that next thing? Due to conflict. That's not my question. What? Let's see. Transaction May 15th. That's what I got. Anyway, Tanya, that's what you sent. Okay. Let's see. Or it's not. It's not. Will I get a new house or find love soon? That's Maria's question. Okay, sorry, we're reading the wrong person. Okay, Maria. Sorry about that. Anyway, Maria, there is your question. I tagged the wrong person. That's my bad. That is my bad. Anyway, Maria, it's one of those where I'm hungry. So Christina has a meal waiting and I'm hungry. Anyway, let's move to Tanya's question, and we kind of messed that up. A little bit, but yeah, Maria, there you go. All right, Tanya. Let's see. House or love soon? All right. House or love soon? Let's find out. All right. We don't want to use a thought. We just spoiled the thought. We'll use this deck and then we'll get out of here. I guess we're getting tired. Sorry about that, Maria. Maria, that was your question. Sorry about that. In case you're watching this later, no, I'm not an idiot. It does appear that way sometimes. It does indeed. When I'm hungry, when I'm like really hungry, sometimes I make an error. All right. House or love soon? Let's find out. House, pretty simple. Love, pretty simple. Let's find out what is going to be there. Bring some paper plates. Dr. Mystical, welcome. You're in for the last 2 minutes. All right. The Empress points to love. The Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands points to love. The Five of Wands points to love. It's more like love soon. Looking at a Capricorn type of feel with love. The Empress. It does point to love. It does point to things that are just going to be comfortable. Things that are going to be sort of important to you. Things that are going to be sort of interesting as they sort of develop, right? I basically think you're looking at love if we have the selection going on there. The biggest thing here is the Five of Wands. It feels like that things may not work out the way that we need them to be. Things may not work out the way that we sort of need to be focused with them to be working out. But the Empress says a Capricorn is sort of there. A Capricorn has sort of a focus in this environment. Capricorn also has a lot of other things happening as well. right? They have a lot of other things happening. There's a lot of moving parts with the Capricorn. 5 of Wands could be with an ex, could be with something else. It could have some more complex situation than you would like within the Capricorn realm. 8 of Pentacles, it does say that this is going to be something that needs to be fixed. It does say it's going to be a fixer-upper as far as it goes as well. 3 of Wands, ultimately, is this something that you want to put up with? This is something that needs to be your focus, right? It's one of the difficult situations where you do need to get in and make it work quickly, or it won't work. So you need to get that action. You need to get things happening the way they need to happen. So there you go. Sorry about the confusion again. Have I ever done that before? I think I did that once, like 3 months ago. Anyway, I apologize again. I never do that. I am OCD Virgo, so usually I'm right on target. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow.